Caicos Islands, a British territory, and the Bahamas before moving towards Cuba's Sandy Keys. Cuba started evacuating some 51,000 tourists, by the way, visiting the island, particularly 36,000 people at resorts. Canada decided to evacuate all the Canadian tourists in the country, said Cuban Tourism Minister Manuel Barrero, estimating that they made up 60% of tourists in the country's keys. Did you know that? Canadians, they love vacationing over there. Authorities in the Dominican Republic have also ordered evacuations there in towns along the northern Atlantic coast, which Cabareta, a thriving tourist spot where trees were brought down by high winds, but no severe damage was reported there, amid criticism from many residents that the British government could have done more to help its territories. Foreign Minister Alan Duncan said a Royal Naval ship would reach the affected islands on Thursday, today, with tents, vehicles, and other relief equipment. Britain released £32 million, which is, $42 million for aid? Yeah, it's $42 million. Anguilla received the hurricane full blast. The initial assessment is that the damage has been severe and in places very, very critical. So we're praying for those folks that have already been hit, folks. Powerful storm. It's a storm surge that really just really causes a lot of that damage. Just the flooding just overtakes them. And a lot of this, too, wind, too. Just demolishing buildings, ripping off sides of buildings just not designed to withstand this, or people that thought that it could didn't. In Puerto Rico, once again, the mayors say that it was too early to estimate the cost of the damage. The streets of the capital of San Juan were littered with downed trees, limbs, and signs. They say the buildings moved, shook a few times. A lot of shingles came off, and some windows broke. Guy was telling Reuters, if I had gone more to the south, it would have been catastrophic. Irma was the strongest hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic Ocean, and one of the 5 most forceful storms to hit the Atlantic basin in 82 years, according to the National Hurricane Center. So guess who says is causing all of this, all these storms? Televangelist Jim Baker, at least on Hurricane Harvey. Nothing on Irma right now, but he says Texas was a result of God, a judgment on America. This is Jim Baker, the televangelist who was caught up in a sex scandal. Baker and his guest, Rick Joyner, he's an author and founder, executive director of Morning Star Ministries, discussed the hurricane on the Jim Baker Show. And the two agreed mostly on the notion that global warming is mostly a political agenda. And Baker took a step further and revealed his thoughts about God's role in the natural disaster. Well, first of all, Jim Baker, if you actually knew your Bible, God flooded the earth once. He said he'd never do it again. So he's not flooding Texas. All right? Storms happen, hurricanes happen. They've been happening for hundreds and thousands of years, and they'll continue to happen. Whether this was global warming or just Mother Nature, things heat up, things cool down. Luckily, we don't get these every year. Notice it's been a long time. And thank God we don't get them. People say, oh, we had more of these. They say there's no real proof. They had these in the early 1900s. They had these in the 1800s. Hurricanes have been happening. It's not every year that we have hurricanes like this. Look at New Orleans. It's been many years since New Orleans has been hit, hasn't it? Jim Baker. It's amazing that he's still on television, even after all of that. Really cracks me up about some ministers. There's a guy here in the Bay Area that had a church without walls. And this guy was, married and kissing on 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds in parking lots where I actually saw him myself here in the Bay Area, and redid a church. And you got these guys paying for his salary, his big Rolls Royces, and wearing gold. And it's the prosperity gospel. Bless us and bless our ministries, and we can bless everybody else. And Let me wear my nice suits, and we'll just preach the gospel of Jesus Christ on you, and you be saved in the name of Jesus. Oh, my Lord. I've had so many offers, actually, to pastor churches through the years because I've gone through Moody Bible College, went through and graduated, took some courses, and I've worked in ministry through the years. But, it's a calling. And if someday I should actually get called from the man upstairs to do that, then, I'm not going to hesitate. But so far, it hasn't happened. And to me, you should be ready to do it. Shouldn't throw yourself in there. And certainly shouldn't be promiscuous, running around doing things that if you're preaching to tell people not to do it. You should be living the gospel truth. That's my opinion about things here. Do you know I'm going to give it to you because I have a microphone and I'm entitled to it. And I appreciate it. Remember, we're listener supported, so I don't got a program director yelling in my ear saying, you can't say that. That's the relief about having a broadcast supported by the people, for the people. Imagine if Washington worked that way. Wait a second. The answer to all that drain the swamp, Donald J. Trump. Here's some good news. A high school decided, they've been banning flags. Well, after a Minnesota high school banned all flags on vehicles, students showed up Wednesday with a big message for the administrators there. After meeting with the parents or protest leaders, the administrators agreed to withdraw the flag ban. I'm looking at images from KARE TV. Seemed like Rourke High School in St. Cloud, Minnesota, had enough of students who would adorn their vehicles with Confederate flags and park them in the school lot last spring. But so school officials banned all flags on vehicles, and that didn't sit well with some students and parents, according to the local TV station. With that, school officials said about 25 vehicles flying American flags were parked in the school lot. According to the Star Tribune, Don Irk told CARE his son came home from school and told me that they weren't allowed to fly the American flag on their vehicles anymore. So Irk attended to protest to support his son, who was making a stand. He told the station, this is his truck. He's proud of his truck, and he's proud of his American flag. He told the TV station he and his sister, who is a sergeant in the Marine Corps and is proud of his sister. We just don't think that was right, or told the station regarding the ban, by no means. So there you go. They turned and they are allowing American flags and the students to fly Old Glory proudly. Proud of your sister, you should be. And that school system in St. Cloud, you should never come against Old Glory. If it wasn't for that flag, you would not be here living in a great country, allowing you the freedoms that you enjoy. And it's too many, especially to the far left, don't even appreciate it all, don't even know half of what happened, and they want to erase that history and forget all about how valuable America is and how great men fought for her. We'll be back.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
For the People is there.
For the People has a special opportunity for you. If you own a business and want to gain a national audience that is loyal and will do business with you, imagine being able to get your product and or service into the hands of tens of thousands of people each week. Sponsorship opportunities are now available at rates you can afford. Finally, the show you love with your business supporting what we do in partnership. Start running your commercials today. To contact us, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. For the People is on the air for you. Each day we strive to tell it to you straight, not watered down, so you can know what's going on each day. Our show is different from many of the others on air. We're not afraid of the PC police, and we explain our position, at the same time understanding the left's position and what we can do to further a conservative agenda for America. For the People is listener-supported and relies on listeners like you to help us get the word out. So, if you like what we do and want to help For the People, sign up today at our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Your support allows us to report the news fearlessly and guarantees our survival on the air. As a thank you, we'll send you our monthly newsletter with commentary and money-saving tips. Can we count on your support? Thank you for helping America. To become a For the People member, log on to forthepeopleshow.com. Now, get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America. We're back for the break. It's For the People. It's Friday. This is our pre-hurricane broadcast. And everything's dry. I'm kind of looking out the window, and it actually is starting to get breezy around here. I'm not even kidding. The winds are kicking up about 7-10 miles an hour, and I'm thinking that'll probably increase, but we're not supposed to really start seeing tropical conditions until tomorrow. So, but it's not a surprise to start seeing the trees start swinging, and but little clouds are starting to roll in a little bit. So I'm enjoying a few rays of sunshine out my window as the palm tree is leaning to a little to the left. And there you go. By the way, speaking of leaning a little to the left, that's exactly what President Donald Trump did the other day, didn't he? He worked with the Dems. And I said it was absolutely genius. I thought it was great. Now, Chuck Schumer, I don't like his antics and the way that he plays things here. But, he plays the politics. He plays the politician. And it made him very happy, and Nancy Pelosi as well, because he got a deal done with the Dems, and I think it was a huge message to send to the right. Look, if we can't get things done with you guys, I'll have no problem working with the left to get things done because I know what we can do and what buttons